Thank you. I'll proceed from there.
The same tone.
The same tone.
Yes.
The Senate has been unwavering in its position that pursuant to Article 202(1) of the Constitution, revenue raised nationally must be shared equitably among the two levels of government. The county's share of this revenue is a constitutional right and not an act of magnanimity on the part of the national government or the National Assembly or any other person or entity. Indeed, it is Parliament which raises and allocates money between national government and counties. The duty to ensure that counties receive their share nationally raised we was settled in the Supreme Court Advisory Opinion number 2 of 2013. It is therefore unfortunate that we still find ourselves in a position where we have to reiterate this very basic constitutional principle. It must be remembered that without the Senate going to the Supreme Court in 2013, we would not have been in the position to negotiate for the resources of the counties. So that victory of 2013 is part of the process that has led to the Senate performing this very important duty. The Senate must express its disappointment at the manner in which the National Assembly has handled this matter. The National Assembly has, throughout this process, arrogated to itself the role of the defender and protector of the position of interest of national government without any regard to the county governments. While the Constitution contemplates that the mediation process shall be a negotiation undertaken in utmost good faith and with patriotism and fidelity to the public interest, the National Assembly's conduct in this process has been evidenced by the nation at large, has been aggressive, combative, insensitive, and even reckless. The country has been treated to unprecedented display of brinkmanship that is oblivious to the existential threat that the division of revenue impasse poses to the counties and to the system of devolved government as a whole. In virtually all bicameral systems, the second chamber is deliberately designed to be more circumspect, reflective, temperate, and sober House of Parliament. It is for good reason. It is for times such as this. The other House has demonstrated that it is unconcerned whether this impasse persists indefinitely. It is unconcerned whether the counties grind to a halt. It is the ultimate irony that it is no bother of the National Assembly if the people of Kenya are denied basic services at the counties so long as the national government is adequately resourced. The Senate, by its design, composition, and role, cannot be complicit in such a project. As we have shown, the process of passing the Division of Revenue Bill 2019 has been odious, and the Senate is cognizant that we are fast approaching the end of the first quarter of the financial year, and counties are yet to receive their share of national raised revenue. The country is faced with the real prospect of shutdown of service at the counties. This would have a disastrous effect on critical sectors such as agriculture and health. For this reason, and for reasons we have explained, the Senate, following a meeting held today, 5th September 2019, has made the painful but patriotic decision to advise our negotiators at the ongoing mediation process to agree to the allocation of the 316.5 billion as the equitable share of the nationally raised revenue to be allocated to the counties. This has been a difficult decision for the Senate, but the Senate has been faced with a situation where it has to rise to the calling and put the overall national interest above short-term partisan considerations. We take solace in the fact that sometimes to win the war, one must be prepared to yield some battles. We recognize that despite the many setbacks we have faced, the Senate has been able to enhance the allocation of county governments by 6.5 billion from the Kenya shillings 310 billion in the first published bill by the National Assembly to the current 316.5 billion. It is not enough, but it is progress, and the Senate will live to fight another day. The Senate will not allow the entire system of devolved government, that is the basic pillar of our Constitution, to be brought down by schemes such as this. Accordingly, we will advise the senators representing the Senate in the ongoing mediation process to urgently meet their counterparts in the National Assembly in order to immediately conclude this matter. The decision taken by the Senate is without prejudice to its position in High Court petition number 284 of 2019, which suit we will continue to pursue as the petition seeks a determination on the constitutionality of the Appropriation Act 2019 rather than the quantum of the monies to be allocated to the two levels of government. It is similarly without prejudice to any other matter in court in which the Senate is partly and in which similar issues are in contention. On this, we remain steadfast. In fact, we want to insist that in 2013, just for the sake of the Republic and the people of Kenya, in 2013, we continued to pursue the question as to whether a division of revenue can be discussed by Senate or not, despite the fact that our division of revenue had already been passed by National Assembly alone, signed by the President, and was being implemented. Eventually, by the decision of the Supreme Court in the subsequent financial year, it became mandatory for the Senate now to work on the division of revenue bill. In the same manner, even though we concede to the amount that are in this, is 316.5, it is not without it is without prejudice, because we will continue to pursue the position that there cannot be a legal appropriation bill being passed by one house before a division of revenue bill is passed. That position will be canvassed in court, and I believe eventually in the financial year 2020-2021, we shall now be having the correct position of the, as enunciated by the Constitution, that appropriation bills, both at the national and county level, will wait for the division of revenue bill. The protracted division of revenue process that the country has witnessed has fortunately come at a time when the country is in the throes of robust constitutional reform discourse. The current impasse should serve as an ample testimony for the need for a constitutional amendment to rank and high in its agenda a guarantee of adequate resources for county governments, free from the prospects of bullying, intimidation, and blackmail that has characterized this process. It is probably also ample testimony for the need for such constitutional reform to carefully consider a redesign of the composition and roles of National Assembly that will ensure that the House at all times serves the national interest. In conclusion, the Senate commends the Senate Committee of Finance and Budget and the senators who served on both Mediation Committee on the Division of Revenue Bill for their resolve and commitment to the principle of devolution and the national interest. Kwa ufupi, tunataka kusema ya kwamba sisi kama Seneti tumejipata katika ile hali ya kwamba wale ndugu zetu wa National Assembly hawana haja na ile shida wananchi wanapitia katika serikali za counties. Na ningependa kushukuru Seneti, kamati ya finance, kamati pia ile yenye ilikuwa ya mediation, kwa sababu kwa kupigania haki za counties tumeweza kuongeza zile hela zinaenda counties kwa bilioni 6.5, 6.5 billion, kutoka ile 310 ambayo ilipitishwa na ikasainiwa na rais, na sasa tuko tayari kupitisha 316.5 ambayo itaongezea pesa county 6.5 billion. Ilikuwa ni nia yetu iongezwe mpaka 335 billion shillings, lakini kama vile Wakenya wameona ndugu zetu katika National Assembly hawana haja, hawana nia, hawashughulikii, hawana ile roho ya kuhakikisha kwamba mambo ya afya, mambo ya ukulima na shida ya mwananchi katika mashinani imeshughulikiwa. Kwa sababu hiyo tumekubaliana na ile fika ya 316.5 kama Seneti, lakini Tutaendelea kupambana kwa kotini kuhakikisha ya kwamba ile appropriation bill ya national government ya kugawa pesa kwa taifa, national government budget, mwaka ujao hakutawezekana tena kwamba counties watakuwa wanaumia kwa pesa zinazoenda kwa counties, ili hali national government apitisha bajeti kwa pesa ambayo sio yao. Ya mwisho, tumesema kama seneti kwa hii statement yetu ya kwamba pesa ambazo zinaenda counties government sio msaada, sio sadaka, sio ati umepeanwa na mtu fulani kwa county government. Ni pesa za mwananchi wa taifa la Kenya ambazo zinagawiwa kupitia kikatiba na bunge. Na kuenda mbele huko, hatutaki kuona kwamba ati counties watakuwa wanaambiwa ya kwamba eti nyinyi mtapata hii au mtapata hile, msaada tumewasaidia hii, tumewasaidia ile. Hiyo lazima ikome. Na tunaamini ya kwamba counties watafanya kotini itafanya haraka kuhakikisha kwamba this issue has been resolved. We actually want to say that unfortunately, even though we are in the process on court, we feel so, and it's unfortunate that justice delayed is justice denied. But we will be patient to ensure that next year, Division of Revenue Bill will be preceded by the appropriation bill. Kwa hayo na mengi, Mungu awabariki na asanteni sana.